Hey everyone, Hunter here again, doing my second speech on why college athletes should not be paid. Again, I'll show you the audience, 4 of them, plus one holding the phone. Alright, getting started. The amount of tuition that college athletes get from their schools is an outstanding amount. The average cost of school is, I believe, 60 something thousand dollars for 4 years. And that's averaged out between D3 all the way to D1 schools throughout the nation. And if you're a superstar athlete, you're going to get all your school paid for. So when there is a 20, everyone in my class, our ages range vastly. I'm 20. When I graduate, I'll probably be 23, 24, and I'm probably going to have a lot of debt. The average college student graduates with about $32,000 in debt, I believe it was. Yeah, $32,000. So these athletes aren't having to worry about that whatsoever. The ones that are on scholarships, once they graduate, they don't owe the school nothing. They got to play a sport and they got everything paid for. Heck yeah, don't we all wish we could do that? The amount of money that a school already pays for these athletes is ridiculous. I looked up a site that's listed on my Works Cited page. The average student athlete has their school pay for them $160,000 per year, and that includes uniforms, meals, their tuition, room and board, and any if there's an update or renovation to a training facility or stadium, then they'll average it between all the athletes. So that's $160,000. Now, the average student, I don't know what you guys think it is. I thought it would probably be around 70 or 80. It's $13,000 is how much the school spends on them. Same thing. Room and board, books, tuition, meals, stuff like that. So you're looking at almost, 13 times more almost for what a school pays for an athlete to stay there for what a school pays for a regular student. And I just thought that was a ridiculous number. And on top of that's a big reason on why they shouldn't be paid more money. They're already getting so much of the university's money that anything else would just be overkill to me. And around town, most of these celebrities, they're treated like most of these athletes are treated like celebrities. Most of you probably seen them around the U of A. The starting quarterback of Alabama or Ohio State isn't going to go to a restaurant and not get his meal offered to be paid for. Now, given it is against the rules and everything, but it's just that's how it is. If you are that good, you're not really going to pay for a lot of stuff. So they say, oh, well, they don't even have money to eat. Well, they're getting something out of it. I promise you that. And I had one on here that the school, as I was telling you, pays for all that money, pays them for their room and board and their meals. Well, they also get brand new athletic clothes, Nike and Under Armour brands. Whenever they need it, pretty much shoes and all that. And a lot of us can't even afford to buy those type of clothes because we're having to pay for this expensive tuition. So if they're having all that given to them, what do they need the extra money for? I had another deal on here. It was whenever, the very top percent of these athletes who go pro, that's always the goal for the student athletes, correct? And the amount of money that they make, oh man, all of us would just wish to make the minimum. For example, MLB, the minimum salary for the Major League Baseball is $500,000. And that's my kid yelling at me, I'm sorry. Anyway, $500,000. Just 1 second. Pause, let's go again, don't exit it. Anyway, so the MLB minimum salary is $500,000. And I don't know about you guys, but if I got a job making half of that, I would be happy. Extremely, extremely happy. So with all the money these schools are pouring into them, with the free tuition, the free living for 4 years, not to mention everybody treating them like a celebrity, and just, the very small chance that they will go pro, the money that they make is crazy. And if they don't make it pro, all their school was paid for with that money, they can get a job and not have to worry about paying that back. So, there's multiple reasons why these athletes shouldn't be paid. And a big one, my last point, if you were to pay an athlete, how would you do it? Would you pay a women's volleyball player the same amount as the starting quarterback of the football team? And what it is these the basketball and the football make up most of the money. And what money these sports make goes to these smaller sports such as volleyball and tennis and stuff like that. And if you have to start paying these athletes, like I said, surely you're not going to pay the small sport the same amount of money as the people from the big sport. So with you having to pay the big sport people money, it's going to cancel out these small schools, these small sports in some schools. So I really don't see any fair way of doing it. And that is all I have on this essay. Any questions from any of you?
Some of the athletes get a stipend, which is a check ever so often. Is there any rules what they have to spend that money on?
No, I don't believe there are any rules on that. I don't know the exact amount, but yeah, most of the athletes will get that, and they're allowed to spend it on whatever they want already. So if they're wanting money on top of that, I mean, I think they're asking for too much when it comes to that. So no, I don't think there's a rule on what they can spend it on. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Had fun watching all y'all speeches this year. Good luck on your final, because I'm going to need it.